Hi everyone, so we are going to do one of my favorite things, another wheated bourbon blind. I just reviewed this Black Label Bardstown Origin Series bottled and bond. It's a wheated bourbon. It has 20% wheat in its mash bill, and I said that I want to have a blind against its higher wheated bourbon sibling, the Bardstown High Wheat, which is 39% wheat. And that's going to happen. I have to crack that bottle. I have a backup now. That'll happen in a future blind. And honestly, this is good. I probably think that's going to be a little bit better with the extra wheat. But I got to tell you something. I think there's another bottle that we can do right now that'll blind that's actually maybe a little closer. And that's going to be this one. This Penelope wheated bourbon. It's 4 grain. It's 95 proof. They're actually, I've tasted them, non-blind, and to me they're fairly close. I kind of want to do a blind with them. I'm very curious. So the facts are, the Penelope, it's a wheated bourbon, it's 4 grain, it's 95 proof. Not sure as to the age statement. I don't believe it's stated. Mash bill, 74% corn, 16% wheat, 7% rye, 3% malted barley. So you have the 4 grains. Just in terms of comparisons, the 16% wheat content, same wheat content as Maker's Mark. The Bardstown Bourbon Company is a bottled and bond, therefore it's 100 proof. It is a 6-year age statement. It is 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley, standard 3 grains, 4 percentages higher in wheat. But I think this is closer with you're looking at a difference of 5 proof points between them. You're looking at four differences, 4 percentages of wheat difference. And to me, they actually taste sort of comparable. So I thought, before we get to that, let's get something that may be a little bit more reasonable. So I'm going to pour these up. I am going to mix them up, and then we're going to get started. Here we go. Okay, so we have these poured up, mixed up. Have no idea which glass is which. I'm going to look straight ahead. I really didn't notice anything significant with the color when I was pouring it. But just one quick thing, just for reference, we did a previous wheated bourbon blind with this Penelope wheated against Maker's 46. Maker's 46 beat it out, but that wasn't even a fair blind. I can tell Maker's has a very, especially Maker's 46, a very distinctive profile that you can pick out. It's 94 proof, but it has the French oak stay finishing, so it's kind of not really fair. This is fair for the most part. I know there's 4 grains in the Penelope, but honestly, I taste more of the wheat in that. Proof is very close, 5 proof points, and the wheat content is a difference of 4 percentage points. So let's do this. Let me give this a nose first. Total Bakery. Give this a nose. I'm getting more nose out of this one in terms of that classic bakery. I'm just getting more nose in general. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. Really good. Cheers. Very good, too. This is going to be a close one, which I expected it would be. One more. Another one. These are both really good. I am going to say, I could be wrong, I like this one to drop better. And I think it's the Bardstown, just from the profile of the nose and the taste. And it is. Okay, well, that's 2 blinds that the Penelope wheated bourbon has lost, and yet I still really enjoy it. It's remarkable. It's very funny. So, okay, so the winner of this is clearly the Bardstown Black Label Bottled and Bond, which means that, to me, I don't want to be biased. I expect when I do the blind with this, I think that the high wheat's going to win. I don't know for sure, but that's why we're doing it blind, because I don't want any bias in that. But the fact is, this is the second blind that's lost, and yet there's something about this wheated that I just find very pleasant when I just have it on its own. Compared to these two, this just has more. There's just more there. This is more in the more bakery. When you get a wheated bourbon, there's just heavy bakery notes. This Bardstown has it. I can only imagine if I did this wheated with the high wheat, even more so. But this is just a very soft, pleasant, enjoyable pour, just on its own. So this wins. It was very close. Let's just now that I know, which one's which, it's in the same order. Let me just try this again. Yeah, it's very soft. This is a very soft pour, too. There's just a little bit more of that bakery note that I like in a wheated bourbon. but I have to tell you something. It's lost 2 blinds, and yet I would definitely buy another bottle of this, buy another one of either one of them. But this lost a blind, but they're both really, really good. And I just happen to love wheated bourbons. But for this one, Bardstown Black Label takes it, but this is no slouch. Cheers. Take care.